joined here by Mr. Cleo Thomas, one of the good attorneys here in Anniston, Alabama. How you doing today, sir?
Great, Sir David. How are you?
Great, great. First of all, how long have you been in this Anniston area?
We've lived in Anniston since 1963.
63.
I graduated from Anniston High School in 1973, and I've been back practicing law here since 1983. So 25 years I've been a lawyer here.
Why Anniston?
Well, Anniston is home. I always wanted to come back and practice law in Anniston, wanted to be a active citizen in a community that I grew up in and that I cared about. So when I met my wife at Harvard, she was at Harvard Medical School. When I was at Harvard Law School, I said, marry me and move back to Anniston. And she did precisely that. And I think I come from a long line of people who have lived in Alabama. You know, African Americans have a tradition of migration, of migrating from one part of the United States to another, mainly for education and for greater economic opportunity. For years and years, the educational opportunities and the economic opportunities in the Confederate States were severely limited, even after the Civil War. So to have opportunity to achieve a complete and useful education, many people had to leave the South. They went west to California, they went north in the Midwest to Chicago, and of course they went in the Northeast to the great cities of the Northeast. But there are many families, and mine is one of them, that stayed here for the duration, and that through all of the travails and all of the difficulties, we never cut and ran, so to speak. And it makes for kind of a pioneering spirit and something of a how shall I put it, I guess a fighting spirit of sorts. Right. And there are those who would wish to kind of quell that spirit and restrain and constrain us, but we kind of soldier on. As a matter of fact, originally my family lived down in Coosa County, and our family still has a farm in Coosa County that my father's maternal grandfather bought in 1904. Right. So there's a attraction and a connection to the land for many Southern families, and mine is one of them. And there's a commitment to the region that for all of the challenges that we face, some ancestral tie that keeps us here and keeps us engaged and keeps us aspiring for the opportunity for full participation in our communal life. And I think that's why we are certainly inspired by you and your efforts, because we are encouraged when young men and women like yourself want to come and have some civic role, want to come and really participate in a positive way in the leadership of the community, in the governance of the entire community. And we think, I certainly think, that is something that should be encouraged, something that should be nurtured, and something that should be applauded.
I know you helped send a lot of kids to school, a lot of scholarships. You've done a lot for the school system. I know you helped redo the chairs at Anniston High School Stadium. I mean, you really, I think you're in love with this city.
We believe in Anniston. We believe in education. For 19 years, I was on the board of trustees of the University of Alabama, mm-hmm. and Carla and I believe that service means giving. It's doing for others. Serving and not being served is the spirit that we try to embody. Though I used to call the University of Alabama Board of Trustees 14 millionaires and me, because everybody on there was fabulously wealthy, the Brombergs and the Drummonds and the people that owned Russell Mills and all of the kind of significant industrial families. But but that didn't discourage us. We wanted to do what we were able to do. So at each of the 3 universities that were in the University of Alabama system, we established a scholarship at the University of Alabama, at the University of Alabama Huntsville, at UAB. Presently, we're completing a scholarship at Alabama A&M University. We I have a scholarship that was named for us, that was funded by Paul Bryant, that's at the Boys and Girls Club. So each year, a $5,000 scholarship for one boy and one girl to the University of Alabama who participates in the Boys and Girls Club. So for us, education is an exceedingly important thing, and we try to show our commitment to it by, in whatever small way we're able to, promoting it with those kind of activities.
So to all the boys and girls out there that want to know how to get involved in the scholarships, how do you get in college, things like that, do you have any advice for them?
Yes, start early. Don't wait until April of your senior year. And if you're seniors at Anniston High School now, you should be talking to your guidance counselor. You should be going on the websites of the universities, looking at the scholarship opportunities that they have, and making sure that you take the ACT and the other exams as early as possible. So if you need to take them again, you can, because sometimes those are useful in scholarship applications.
You know, I really had a good time with this interview with Mr. Cleo Thomas Jr. I like his idealism. I like the fact that, you know, a lot of times in this city, unfortunately, when people grow up, they go to college, they get the scholarships, they get the abilities, and all you can do is move away, because, you know, historically Anniston has had a lot to offer the young people coming out of college. But Mr. Thomas decided to stick around and even drug his wife into Anniston. And I want to commend him for that. And the dedication and the time he took into putting into his kids' lives, I want to commend him for that also. And think about what he said. You know, we can't live vicariously through our kids' lives. We have to allow our kids to look at your kid and see what kind of determination, see what kind of ability they have, and let those kids cultivate their ability that way, and support your kids in their dreams and their desires. You know, one thing I like about the Jewish family, they believe that if their kid shows the desire, say their kid wants to be a doctor, they begin introducing their kid as, this is my son or daughter, the doctor. They'll call him Dr. Susie or Dr. whatever the kid's name is, until the kid begins to believe it. And because the kid believes they're going to be the best doctor ever, that's what they become. Their perception precedes their reality of becoming the greatest at what they do. And as far as I know, entertainment lawyers, the best entertainment lawyers in this country, predominantly are Jewish attorneys. So take some time out and encourage your kids and let them know. And if they show interest in something, you know, invest in their lives, invest in their time. Take them to the bookstore and get them a book on their favorite subject, and show them the importance of reading. Me personally, I like to read at least 2 books a month. I think it helps you grow, it increases your vocabulary, and it increases your ability to communicate in life.